Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 10th of June 2023. Let's start with our session. What was the GST revenue collected in the month of May 2023? So GST revenue collected in the month of May rose 12% on an annual basis to 1.57 lakh crore rupees. And Finance Ministry reported that the GST collection for the month of April was at 1.87 lakh crore rupees, which was the highest ever revenue collection. So as we know that monthly GST revenues are more than 1.4 lakh crore rupees for back 14 months in a row, and we have crossed the 1.5 lakh crore rupees mark for the fifth time since the inception of GST, right? So for the month of May, GST revenue that has been collected is 1.57 lakh crore rupees. Which state launched a statewide 15 days mega registration drive for MSMEs? So Government of Uttar Pradesh launched a 15 days registration campaign for micro, small and medium enterprises in all 75 districts of the state. And the campaign aims at covering around 14 lakh such MSMEs that are not yet registered with the MSME Udyam portal. Okay, and they would provide them all the benefits of the scheme of the state government. And there are more than 90 lakh active MSMEs in the state, but only 14 lakh are registered right now. Fine. So that's why Uttar Pradesh government has launched this statewide 15 days mega registration drive for the MSMEs. Which country signed a deal to export hydropower to Bangladesh through Indian territory? So India and Nepal have signed a series of agreements on energy and transport, including the export of Nepal's hydropower to the country Bangladesh through Indian territory. And who's the current Prime Minister of Nepal? It is Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachand, and he was on a 4-day visit to the country, India, recently. And both the two leaders virtually inaugurated 6 connectivity projects, which include the development of integrated check post, railway line, and the power transmission projects. Fine. So recently Nepal country has signed a deal to export the hydropower to Bangladesh through Indian territory. The US signed a trade deal with which country and was warned by China? So US and Taiwan have signed a trade deal that aims to deepen economic relations between both the sides in a move that has actually sparked a warning from China. So Washington and Taipei maintain a multi-billion dollars annual trade and unofficial ties, and that's why the Chinese Foreign Ministry accused Washington for violating the agreements on the status of Taiwan. Fine. So US had signed a trade deal with Taiwan country recently, and now it is a matter of concern for the country China. Which neighboring country recorded an annual inflation rate of 37.97% in the month of May 2023? So annual inflation rate of country Pakistan rose to 37.97% in the month of May as per the Statistics Bureau, and now it creates a problem of balance of payment crisis and the risk of a sovereign default, right? So in the month of April, the Bureau said that Pakistan CPI was at 36.5%, and it was the highest value that was ever recorded, and this is the national record for the second month in the row. So which neighboring country has recorded an annual inflation rate of 37.97% in the month of May? This is Pakistan. Which country won the Men's Junior Asia Cup 2023 title? Indian hockey team recorded a 2-1 win over the country Pakistan in the finals of the Men's Junior Asia Cup in the country Oman to successfully defend its title. Who was India's top scorer at Men's Junior Asia Cup Hockey 2023? It is Arayjeet Singh Hundal. Okay, and he has made total 8 goals. So this was India's 4th title at Men's Junior Asia Cup, and earlier we have won this title in 2004, 2008 and 2015. Okay, so India has won this title by defeating the country Pakistan. Which institution released a report titled as Derailment in Indian Railways? So this report was released by Comptroller and Auditor General of India in 2022, and the report flagged several shortcomings and it provided multiple recommendations to improve the safety of Indian railways. Not only this, also it highlighted the shortfalls in inspection and failure to use a dedicated railway fund on priority task. Fine. So only thing you have to remember is this was the report that was released by CAG. And currently this position is held by G.C. Murmu, right? And article number 148 of the Indian Constitution deals with the establishment of this particular post. Next question is, which country hosted the Shangri-La Dialogue in 2023? So it was held in Singapore recently, and it is organized by the International Institute for Strategic Studies and was participated by 41 countries. So during this conference, Defense Minister of Germany announced that the country will be sending 2 warships to the Indo-Pacific in 2024. Fine. So Shangri-La Dialogue is hosted by the country Singapore. What is the name of the tariff levied on imported goods to offset the subsidies given to the producers of the goods in exporting country? So the name of this tariff is countervailing duty. So it is commonly imposed to safeguard domestic companies that are unable to compete with the low-cost imports benefiting from subsidies that is provided by the exporting country. So now Indian government is planning to impose this duty on stainless steel imports. Why? To prevent the flooding of cheap imports and to protect the domestic manufacturers. Okay, so that's why this tariff is in news these days, and it is known as countervailing duty. Which city is the headquarters of Pharmaceutical Inspection Convention and Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme? So India is now planning to join the Pharmaceutical Inspection Convention and Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme. That's why it is in news, and the headquarters lies in Geneva, Switzerland. Basically, it is a kind of global regime that promotes the cooperation between the countries and regulatory authorities in good manufacturing practices so that they can improve the quality of their medical products. Fine. So headquarters lies in Geneva, and it is in news because India is now planning to join this convention. Which state or the union territory hosted the Lavender Festival? So Lavender Festival was inaugurated in Jammu and Kashmir recently in its Bhadarwa Valley. Okay, and it was organized by CSIR as a part of its 1 week, 1 lab campaign. Basically, it showcases the remarkable progress made in lavender cultivation and its impact on the local community. Fine. So Lavender Festival has been hosted by Jammu and Kashmir. Next is, Amchang Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which state or the union territory? So Indian Army has created a distinctive environment to foster harmonious coexistence with the wild elephants, and objective is to reduce the conflict between humans and elephants in the Amchang Wildlife Sanctuary that lies in the state of Assam. And within the vicinity of the military station, Indian Army has established multiple ponds and cultivated fruit, trees and grasses to provide the resources for these wild elephants. Okay, so this wildlife sanctuary lies in the state of Assam. Next is, which is identified to be the main cause for the tragic train accident in Odisha's Balasore. So electronic interlocking is a system of signaling devices that are designed to prevent the conflicting movements between the trains by coordinating the arrangement of the tracks. And the change in electronic interlocking is the main cause for the tragic train accident in Balasore that lies in Odisha. Okay, so here answer would be electronic interlocking. So these are the most important current affairs and news from today. And now let's start with our revision session, in which we are doing the current affairs revision for the month of May. And this is second part in this series. So today we'll be doing the questions from 16 up to question number 30. Legal debt ceiling is associated with which country? So it is known as the borrowing limit and it belongs to US. Basically, it is the legislative limit on the amount of the national debt that the US Treasury can incur. Fine. And recently it was raised after the US House passed the legislation to increase it by $1.5 trillion in exchange for spending restriction. Fine. So legal debt ceiling is a term that is associated with US. Which country has developed T-14 Armata battle tank? So it belongs to the country Russia. And why it is in news? Because Russia has recently deployed this tank on Ukraine and it was first unveiled in the year 2015. Basically, it has unmanned turret and its crews can remotely control the armament, and this tank have a maximum speed on the highway of 80 kilometers per hour. Which country is supplying Mi-17 helicopter engines and auxiliary spare parts to the country? Pakistan. So Ukraine country is launching the process of supplying these helicopter engines and auxiliary spare part to Pakistan military, and in return Pakistan will export 3 consignments of 155 artillery ammunition rounds over the next 3 months to the country Ukraine. India launched the Net Zero Innovation Virtual Center with which country? So India UK Net Zero Innovation Virtual Center will be jointly created by UK and India, and it will help in promoting the collaborations between the stakeholders from India and the UK so that they can focus on different areas like decarbonization of manufacturing process and transportation system, green hydrogen adoption, etc. What percentage of farmers are the small farmers in India as of 2023? So there are about 85% small farmers in the country, and it was unveiled at Farm Machinery Technology Summit that was inaugurated by Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Narendra Singh Tomar. And this summit was organized by Confederation of Indian Industry and Tractor and Mechanization Association. Okay. From which year the IFRS 17 financial reporting standard became effective? So this is an international financial reporting standard that was issued by International Accounting Standard Board in 2017, and recently it has become effective from this year, means from 1st of January 2023, and it has replaced IFRS 4 on accounting for insurance contract. Berenice troglodytica, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? What is this? First of all, so it is a kind of ancient seaport that is situated on the western shore of Red Sea in Egypt. Okay, and recently a curious ancient statue of Buddha was found in this seaport that reveals the historical links between India and Egypt. Scientists have discovered a cave in which state to confirm that 3 droughts resulted in the destruction of Harappa. So scientists have revealed that 3 droughts which occurred 4200 years ago resulted in the destruction of Harappa, Rakhigadi and Dholavira, and it was found in a cave near Uttarakhand in its Pithoragarh district. Which asteroid produces the annual Geminid meteor shower? This is asteroid Phaethon. Okay. Angie Bridge, which was seen in the news recently, is being built in which state or the union territory? First of all, Anji Bridge is why important? So it is important because it is the India's very first cable-stayed rail bridge, and it is being built in Jammu and Kashmir. Which is the most innovative state as per the National Manufacturing Innovation Survey 2021 to 22? This is an important question. And as per this survey, Karnataka is the most innovative state in manufacturing, and it is followed by Telangana at second position. Next is, Voters Helpline application was introduced by the Election Commission for the seamless enrollment of the voters in which state? So this application has been recently introduced by the Election Commission for the seamless enrollment of the voters in Karnataka state. And it has actually helped the voters to enroll in the electoral rolls and assist them to locate their election booth during the election day. What is the name of Indian Navy's third indigenous stealth destroyer of the Project 15B class? So INS Imphal is the Indian Navy's third indigenous stealth destroyer of this class, and this vessel recently took the first sea trial, and it is being constructed at Mazagon Dockyard Shipbuilders Limited. Majority of gum arabic is sourced from Sahel region, which runs through which country? Actually, gum arabic is a key ingredient for the fizzy drinks, candies and cosmetic, and about 70% of the global supply of this gum arabic is sourced from the Sahel region, which runs through the country Sudan. And the conflict in Sudan had disrupted the supply of this crucial ingredient, which is used in chocolate bars, red wine and many other products, right? Can you tell me, Indian government has launched which particular operation to bring back the Indian citizens from the country Sudan who were stuck there? Do let me know in the comment section. Which country organizes the annual free land camp for indigenous people? This is Brazil, and this was its 19th edition. And during the event, President of Brazil granted official recognition of around 800 square miles of indigenous land to safeguard the Amazon rainforest from unchecked exploitation. Okay, so free land camp is organized by the country Brazil. So these are the next 15 questions from the month of May, and tomorrow we will be continuing it from here. That means we'll cover the question from 31st up to 45. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Zahadsana signing off.